Hey there, Pisces. So I feel like shuffling on camera. I typically don't like doing it because it takes up a lot of time in the uploading, but I feel like I should just shuffle on camera for some reason. So I'm going to, yeah, I started shuffling already and then I was like, no, I should do this on camera. So I pick an overall energy, like I shuffle for overall energies just for the energy of the entire reading before I shuffle for the rest of the reading. I've got the world in reverse, and on the bottom of the deck for that, we have the Tower here. You know, Pisces, I feel like it's like I feel like you're wanting to go back to something, or mentally almost as well. It's like you're going back to something, but this something needs to be let go of. It needs to crumble, you know? It's almost like the Death card in reverse, like going back to something that you know you need to let go of, but you keep going back to it either way. Yeah, it feels like you have some energy stuck here in regard to what it is that you've let go of or you're needing to let go of. I'm wondering if it's more mental or if it's somebody. So show me Pisces. Show me Pisces for the month of October 1st through 15th, 2018, Pisces love and relationship reading. So we have the Five of Cups in reverse. This is letting go of frustrating thoughts in regard to emotional dissatisfaction, in regard to, you know, holding on to the things that we once held very, very, very strongly towards, I mean, felt strongly towards in regard to love, in regard to relationships, sadness. It's like letting it go. But I think here too, you know, it's like after something's crumbled, you're still going back to it emotionally, Pisces. You need to be careful about that. You know, you need to be a little bit more, you need to be more reliant on your thinking instead of your heart. You know, be conscious of how you're thinking about these things. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Cups. You know, in regard, it's like a progression, but it's a de-evolution in the progression in a way. Like, you don't want to engage in this. And I think you're catching yourself the way you're thinking, going back to this. Like when you start thinking about it, you're like, ugh, time to change the record, because it feels like it's a broken record. And you're like, it's time to change the record. I need to move on this way. I need to go this way now because this isn't proving to be where I need to be. Okay, show me more for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You need to have strength and trust that wherever you're heading, whatever it is that you're letting go of, you will be directed in the right direction. You have the Queen of Cups, Pisces. This is you, babe. You know, this is basically, you know, in regard to mental cycling, this card does this quite a bit in either way, in either direction. But you know what? Upright, we have more so an availability to move forward. We're seeking emotional ease. That's what it is. Emotional ease. All right. And that was at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to leave her in there. She might show up again. Show me more for Pisces, present energies. So, yeah, totally. You have the Page of Pentacles, and you've got the Five of Swords in reverse. So, you know, you may have received an apology. You may have given an apology. You also may just not be engaging in saboteur energy any longer. You most definitely aren't, you know, but whatever this person, I feel if they offered you an apology, it's like no go. Like, you know, yeah, thanks for the apology, but no thanks. I'm not really interested in going anywhere else with you. I'm not going to move forward with you. I look at what you've shown me. That's enough. I have been in it enough where I've given it enough thought, and I actually have the strength to move forward, you know. It's interesting, Pisces, because this creature, whatever this is, that this person is prying its jaws open, look at it. It looks amphibious. It looks like a dolphin. It looks like a fish. It looks like some sort of shark. It's a water creature. You're a water creature. But it's also got little legs. And it's on dry land. You need to come out from the water, from the emotions, water. You need to come out from the water and step back out on dry land, Pisces. It's a very good time to be within reality. It's a very good time to be within reason and within logic. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Six of Wands. So this is moving forward. Whichever direction you're choosing to go into, Pisces, it's positive. It's positive. I feel you're like, it's almost like a continuation a little bit of like moving away from something. I feel like you've kind of had those videos in the past. I'm trying to remember your videos. I'm kind of having a blank, but it feels like there's an energy of moving away from something towards positivity, and that seems to be kind of a prevalent thread. But now it almost feels like the thoughts are going back to the situation, the mind. It's almost like the emotions and the mind, you know, you need to get away from the emotional aspect. Get on dry land, Pisces. It'll help you. You know, if you need to talk to somebody, do it. Talk to somebody who's neutral, though. Don't talk to somebody who's going to, like, play into your sadness or, like, you know, oh, they wronged you. Like, no. Yeah, it hurts. Maybe you were wronged, but, like, don't pity yourself. Show me more for this present. Show me more for the present energy. Yeah. Fuck yeah. So, yeah, you have the Queen of Swords popping out nicely in regard to this energy. Sorry. In regard to this energy. You know, she's looking at it. She's evaluating it. She's not moving anywhere near it. In fact, the way that the cards are presented here too, the way that they look for me, she's got her back to it. You know, it's in her past. She's dealt with this. The Queen of Swords talks about somebody who's dealt with bullshit. She's dealt with lies, deception. She's dealt with being smeared. She's dealt with, you know, a lot of BS from people. And through that, she has gained strength. She's gained her own wisdom. She's gained her own level of knowingness in regard to what it is that she will and will not accept in relationships or for herself, you know, just on a general level. Like, yeah, you can experience a lot in relationships where you're like, I will never experience that again, you know, because it was so harsh and so this and that it taught you some deep lessons. But I'm feeling here too that this is transcending, like there's an energy here where it's transcending just relationships. Like, this is like, I'm feeling like there's you're upping, like you're graduating in a level of consciousness to be like, you know, when you're walking down the street or something, you're just like, no. Or when you're dealing with people and people are being unfair or unkind, or like when it's unjust, you shut that down. Why is that so prevalent right now? It's just a newness in yourself. It's just a newness in yourself. Like, and you're taking pride in it. You're recognizing that you are elevating to a new level of understanding in how you react and respond within your own life, not just within romantic relationships, but in your own life, in your own words, how you communicate. And this is where you start to learn how to piece together the letting go of the emotional connection and being more logical. I feel like if you're able to do it in other ways versus just in a love capacity, you're able to better understand the lesson, which in turn allows you to apply it better to love and relationships. God, I hope that makes sense. On the bottom of the deck, you have the moon. So yeah, Pisces, she's looking at this. This is what she's looking at. It's deception. This is Cancer energy, but it doesn't have to mean Cancer, you know. this is deception. This is not being able to see the path clearly, you know, not being able to understand what it is that you have quite been in, like all of it. You didn't get to experience, or I'm sorry, you didn't get to understand all of it, but regardless, you're out of there. You're cutting it out. Okay, show me future energies for Pisces, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. October, I'm not taking that. October 1st through 15th, 2018. Show me Pisces, love and relationship reading. Yeah, Two of Cups in reverse, Pisces. So the situation that you've experienced with whomever here, whoever you're cycling back to, it's a dissolve of a situation. Look who's at the bottom of the deck again. This is you, Pisces. So you are evaluating everything. Look at this. She's got her back to this Two of Cups in reverse. This is a bond broken, you know, and it's also a toxic bond. Sometimes this denotes a toxic bond. Show me more for the future in regard to Pisces. The Two of Swords. So, you know, some minor conflict, I feel, in regarding which direction to go in. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Three of Wands. Knowing that this is not what you want, you know, piecing together how to get your brain out of it, how to get your brain and your emotions to balance. I think this is over, though. I feel like this has been over for a while. Like, it's just you, like, finalizing it. Does that make sense? Some of you, it'll be newer. Some of you, it'll be newer. But like the feeling I'm having now is it's like, it's almost like it's been such a longer time that you've had the time to understand it, where you never thought you would have understood it until now. And you've spent a lot of time thinking about this. You've spent a lot of time feeling this. It's like it at one point it consumed you, Pisces. At one point it consumed you. And now I'm feeling like these first cards, like, you know, the World in reverse with the Tower. I feel that these are more, like, I'm feeling like it's more of an afterthought now, but now it's like, it's almost like the preparatory situation that you're entering into, like preparatory for what you're going to experience next. Show me more. I don't feel that card. It is the Five of Wands, but I don't feel that that was the card. It just slipped out. Show me more for Pisces. If it's the right card, it'll pop out again. Show me more for Pisces. Show me more for Pisces. More for the final outcome for Pisces, October 1st to 15th, 2018. Show me more for Pisces. Please. The Hangman. And the Magician at the bottom of the deck. You know what? I feel like you are deciding. You know, some of you, I'm getting the feeling too, like you may just be like, fuck love. Fuck love. I'm tired of love. Fuck love. Sure. You can do that. You can go there, and that's fine. Just don't live there. You know, feel it for a little bit. Don't live there. That's not healthy for you to be there like 24/7, because, you know, it puts up a block. You know, you have the potential to experience something new with many people, but also with yourself. And I think right now you're dealing with the self. You have the Two of Swords. This was the card before. But you also have the Hangman here. It's like you're figuring out what you want to do in regard to you. You're figuring out where this has left you. And you are also figuring out what is for you with this Magician here at the bottom of the deck, you know. Yeah, I feel that you're doing positive things. If anything, if you want to get into signs, we have Pisces, we have Aries, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Leo, Scorpio. All right, so I'm going to clarify some stuff here, okay, Pisces? All right, show me the Five of Cups in reverse for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Yeah, you're tired of this situation. You know, you're done thinking about it. You're done thinking about it. You know, it's like you realize that this situation does not bring you anything anymore. Like you're better off focusing on yourself, which leads to this. Emotional satisfaction within ourselves leads to being able to pick up and bring that in towards us. You know, when you're happier, you bring in happy people. When you're smiling, other people smile, you know, they do. And that's a cheesy analogy, but like, when you change your vibration, when you change your environment, you know, when you change the situations around you and how you occupy your space, how you occupy your spirit, your body, your experience in life, and what you give out to others, when you are conscious as a conscious creator in regard to what it is that you give out, that is standing within your own personal strength. That is standing within your own personal strength, where you're able to better so manifest exactly what you want. Under that, you have the Ace of Swords. And you end up cutting energies out that no longer serve you. But this is also relinquishing thought patterns as well. You know, you have the King of Swords under that. So it's interesting because now you have a couple. You have the King and Queen of Swords. They're looking at each other too. And there's better thought, better communication. I'm going to put him back in the deck, but I feel in regard to you, this is kind of like an amalgam of you at this point. This is where you're getting to. Yes, it can represent two people, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, sure. But I feel as well that this is also, I want to read it both ways, but I feel that this is also when we stand within our own strength and power in regard to how we communicate, in regard to how we think about things, when we're not vacillating or tethered to emotions or situations, we're better able to understand energy. We're better able to understand our thoughts, and we're better able to not get entrenched and tied to our emotional aspects. This is a less emotional couple. They're not, or person. I feel that this is also balancing. The reason I say this is because it's also balancing out of male-female energy, and I feel that that's important too. Like if you're female, you need to up your masculinity to a degree. And I don't mean like go, you know, I don't know what masculine means, but I mean, whatever it means to you, don't like go and like, you know, puff up like a jerk. Like simply step into your power more so. And not to say men are the only ones that are powerful. Women are incredibly powerful, but wherever it is that you feel masculinity is lacking within you, look at it, work at it, you know, build it up. You know, same for those that are overly masculine. Balance it out. Balance it out with feminine energy. Show me the Queen of Swords. Yeah, and, you know, leaving the situation, it's almost like I wanted to say, too, cutting this energy out, you end up on the path to somebody who is actually better suited for you. This is, you know, air sign. It could be that you end up with an air sign, but in regard to it, it basically means once you cut this situation out, you end up moving towards something that's better for you. Show me the Five of Swords in reverse. So the Five of Swords in reverse, this is somebody from your past. This is what I feel like. This situation is more like thought, where we are in our emotional balancing out of our energies, you know? I don't feel that this is like fresh. I feel that this happened a while ago and you're going back to it. It's like you let it go, then you go back to it, and you let it go and you go back to it. And then sometimes it just pops into your head and you start feeling a lot of things. But that's that person who you are connected to. This is also soulmate energy. That is this person, you know, tethered to you. We have energetic cords with people, you know. You have to be conscious of that. It's not just like when we hang up the phone, that's it. Like we're literally corded to them. We have an energetic cord to each other. you know, and those need to be cut sometimes when they're toxic, but also like when they're just causing your brain to create more connection to the person. Because when you're thinking about somebody obsessively, or when you're like holding on to them, like you're courting them, So be conscious of that. Show me the Hangman. That's the Seven of Pentacles. So, you know, it's like you're evaluating what it is that I feel here, I don't even want to say put into this situation. Sure, it could feel like you're evaluating what you put into the situation in the past. I feel, though, it's like you're evaluating how you are. It's like the things that you've learned. It's evaluation of the things that you've learned, but now you're going to apply them. It feels like now you want to apply them. Show me the Two of Cups in reverse. The Ace of Cups in reverse, Pisces. So, Two of Cups in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse. This is a breakdown of somebody that you love. This is a dissolve of a situation with a loved one, you know. And this is you moving away from it. You're not taking an offer, but you're also, I think, if anything, you may have been turned down also in the past. It doesn't have to mean that this was the situation, but you may have been turned down by somebody. And, you know, it's like you're thinking about it, you know, or you may have turned somebody down, but you're thinking about it. And it's like, it's a level of reminiscing. It's a level of reminiscing here for this person, you know. And also this energy too, this can be very much about self-sabotage, Pisces. You can kind of delve into energy where it's like it's unhealthy ground, you know. Careful about that. Show me the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So the Queen of Pentacles for the Page of Pentacles in reverse. You know, you're going to stabilize your energy. I don't think you're going to deal with this kind of stuff. Like, you know, this is... I feel like some of you are still hurting about this energy, but you're also having the foresight and the courage to move forward towards something that's going to be stable for you. If you are involved with an air sign, you know, I feel that that might end up being a little bit more stable for you. If you are involved with just the idea of moving forward in your own life, you're doing so, and you're doing so steadily. And that's really important to mention here. It's a steady progression, Pisces. Show me the Two of Swords. Show me Two of Swords for Pisces. So the King of Swords. We have the King of Swords again, you know. This is upright. Now we have a king and a queen, and regardless how I place them, they're now looking at each other. They were looking at each other before. So if you're getting involved with a king, this person is upright, I think you need to, because it's like you're in a level of evaluation still. And now, what I feel about this Seven of Pentacles too is it's like we're looking at the lessons that we've learned. We're trying to incorporate the lessons that we've learned. And we're doing it in regard to this person. How do I go about entering into something new with somebody? That's what I'm feeling here, you know. But I also feel too that this person, Pisces, this person is able to look at what you've been through. And, you know, in a way, this is really nice because the King of Swords upright, he's actually a pretty decent fellow. I mean, he's really, yeah, he can be a little bit colder, but he's also a very caring fellow. He shows it in how he listens to you. He shows it in how he communicates to you. He shows it in how he tries to find solutions for you and your sweet broken heart, or your emotionally out of balanced self. You know, he may recognize that you are emotionally out of balance, and guess what? It doesn't really faze him. He's like, we can work through this. It's okay, you know. This type of energy is solid. I like this king. And he's got his eye. I feel, Pisces, this is you. It is you, but, you know, I mean, I know air sign, but I feel that this is you. I feel that you're entering something. You might be entering into something new in regard to a King of Swords energy. Because this, you know, is done, but she's looking at it. The Ace of Cups in reverse and the Two of Cups in reverse. She's looking at it. She's cut it out. It's done. You know, and she's moving on, you know, but like, I feel like you're evaluating how to incorporate your understanding in situations, especially in regard to people and relationships. I think I said that in the beginning. And the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. So, you know, if this is leading into anything, Pisces, it could be something quite prominent. It could be something very, important for you, you know, and I feel it's also on, and I feel you get to think with this person, you get to express with this person, but I also feel like you get to love, you know, I feel like you get to love with this person. The bottom underneath the Hierophant, we have the Queen of Cups. That's you, Pisces, you know, that's you, the Queen of Cups. This is finding emotional balance within a situation. You know, this is feeling comfortable within a situation with somebody. And here, at the bottoms of the decks, we have this Queen of Cups looking at this King of Swords. You know, she's evaluating how she wants to experience things with him. I think she might be scared that she's feeling something solid. Just trust it. Did I do a romance angel? Okay. Show me romance angels. Please show me an energy for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. For October 1st through 15th, 2018. Show me for Pisces, please. Show me for Pisces. Children, it came out in reverse, but children, release your ex. It's interesting because when I turn children upside down, reading children upside down, just looking at it upside down, it looked like the word childish. Release your ex. I don't know who you were with, but I'm feeling like they were childish. I feel like they acted very childish, and it taught you some really interesting lessons, Pisces. They were childish. I want to clarify this, but clarify children in reverse for Pisces. Clarify children in reverse for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So you have the Ten of Cups. It came out sideways like that. You know, I feel like this person may have been like emotionally out of balance. It's like they didn't know which direction to go in regard to their emotions. It's like they love you, they don't love you, they love you, they're all over the place. You couldn't build a foundation on it. You couldn't build a foundation on it. Show me release your ex, please, for Pisces. Yeah. It's the Four of Swords. You're healing from a situation, Pisces. You're healing, which is good. You know, you're healing. And under release your ex, you have very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from what your usual types and expectations are. Under that, you have new love. And under that, you have trust. All right, Pisces, you know, I think if you're moving away from somebody, good. But, like, also move away from the mental, like, stuckness of it. Like, learn what you can learn from it and let it go, okay? Yeah, it could have been in regard to a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. It doesn't have to be, but this is the Knight of Wands. This could be you moving into a direction that you feel passionate about, with somebody that you feel passionate about, with somebody that you have a good connection with, and you feel good about it. This can also be in regard to release your ex, though. Like, this could have been somebody somewhat of a player, you know, somebody that kind of was a little bit everywhere. So anyways, Pisces, I'm going to shut it down here. My name is Isel. I'm on YouTube as the Altruistic Mystic, and I'm going to be back in a few weeks for the final, the second half of October 2018 reading. And yeah, I will talk to you then. All right, take care. Bye.